Bill O'Neill's Forgotten 45's is presented by the Music Hall, Chestnut Street in Portsmouth, the cultural heart of the Seacoast. See the lineup of great upcoming shows by dropping by their box office or go online to The Music Hall.
Oh, getting together is better than ever. Getting together. I am so happy, baby. Now that you are my lady, we can hold hands together every day. Come on, babe. I promise you I'll always give you my love in always. You can depend on me, girl, all the time. Rain or shine, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Daytime, nighttime, your time, my time. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together never felt like this before. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together. You bring a new excitement. I never knew what nightmare. We got a thing together. Very few ever knew. You can be sure of one thing. All of the love that I bring, I'm gonna keep you happy all the time. Rain or shine, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Daytime, nighttime, your time, my time. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together never felt like this before. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together. Oh, getting together is better than ever. Getting together never felt like this before. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together never ever felt like this before. Getting together is better than ever. Getting together never felt like this before.
Starting with Hanky Panky in 1966, he had a string of great 45s, out, including that one from the summer of 1967, Tommy James. Tommy James of Shondell celebrating his, well, not the Shondells, but Tommy celebrating his 78th birthday this coming Tuesday. So I thought we'd kick the show off with that one. Good evening, how you doing? I'm Bill O'Neill, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Forgotten 45s, heard every Sunday night here on Seacoast Oldies. Every Sunday we dig up all kinds of tunes you just don't hear on the radio every day. Thank goodness. We played the best music on Seacoast Oldies all week long, but on Sunday night we kind of go off the rails for a couple hours. Coming up this hour, I have a 45 played on the radio in Portland back in the fall of 1972 that featured only the male half of ABBA. Yes, just the Bees. It was a 45 that didn't do much anywhere, but got played in southern Maine. Also a 45 featuring Carlos Santana's brother. Plus on the way, we got Forgotten 45s from Chuck Berry, B.J. Thomas, the Routers, and the Gentrys. Got a couple of good ones that were on the Big 68 this week, back in the spring of 1967. You may remember this band from Where the Action Is TV show. Here's Don and the Good Times on the Forgotten 45.
I want to tell you that I think you look real nice. You look real nice. My day seems so much brighter when I see you once or twice. I could learn all the ways of loving you if you gave me a chance to run through spring with you, get in the ring for you, do anything I can do. Oh baby, I could be so good to you. Baby, baby, I could be so good to you. Ooh. Any time, I gotta move fast now. Telling you just how I could be good to you, do what I should for you. I could do so I want you, I need you, I got to please you. I could be so good to you, baby, baby. I could be so good to you. So good to you, baby, baby. I could be so good to you. I could be so good to you, baby, baby. I could be so good to you. I could be so good to you.
Done up by the folks who gave me a double shot of My Baby's Love. Double shot, huge record. This one, not really. Didn't even chart in Billboard at all, but was number 30 at the Big 68 this week in late April 1967. We also heard a song that sounds a lot like a Beach Boys record from Dawn and the Good Times, I Could Be So Good to You. By far their biggest hit. Only reached 56 nationally. It was number 19 at the Big 68 this week in 1967. I Gotcha by the storyteller Joe Tex. Number 1 at MEX this week in 1972. A record that featured Carlos Santana's brother George was number 15 that week. Canadian content here on the Forgotten 45's, a record by a group out of Montreal that started out in 1970, had that record out in 1972 and was a top 40 hit nationally, peaking at number 32, April Wine, featuring Miles Goodwin. Actually, they were probably at their height of their career in the 1980s. April Wine and You Could Have Been a Lady was a song that was number 19 at MEX this week in 1972. Also, Suavecito from Malo, from their first album, Warner Brothers 45, that peaked at 18 nationally. Let's get on some records that were on the Big Jab in Greater Portland this week back in 1963 when Johnny D was playing the hits, and this was number one. Sub 2 minute wonders right there. The Dartels, at about a minute and 48. And Hot Pastrami, number 3 at the Big Jab in Greater Portland this week in 1963. Made it to number 1 at MEX in Boston. Almost made the top 10 nationally, getting up to number 11. Also, Stingray by the Routers. Now, the Routers' record was number 1 at the Big Jab, also big in Boston, but nationally only got up to number 50 as the follow-up to Let's Go, which bands have been playing forever. And they're still at ball games with Let's Go. Not Stingray, but Let's Go. Let's play one other record was at the Big Jab this week, actually by 4 Filipino brothers. The song was a tribute to a guy who was a dancer in New York clubs, Killer Joe Pirro. And the name of the group was based on the governor of New York at that time. Here's the Rocky Fellers, and a record that got up to number 16 nationally.
He's the best But some things haven't changed. Stomach cancer is still a leading cause of cancer death worldwide. More than 1 million people will be diagnosed this year alone, and it's vital to know your risks and learn ways to prevent it. It's also critical for cancer patients to protect themselves from all viruses. No Stomach for Cancer encourages you to listen to medical experts to understand your risks. Find out more about COVID-19 at cancer.gov and learn more about your risks for stomach cancer at nostomachforcancer.org.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Seacoast Oldies.
I just can't get enough of you, baby. There just ain't enough of you to go around. Just when I'm needing you, baby, you ain't nowhere to be found. Baby, it's getting me down because I'm all strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Someday you'll love me too, baby. I don't know what to do, baby, baby. I'm all strung out on you. Hurts when you need me, baby, but I'd rather have the pain than lose your love. I know you're no good for me, baby, but I'll keep tripping around, tracking you all over town. 'Cause I'm all strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Someday you'll love me too, baby, baby. I don't know what to do, baby, baby. I'm all strung out on you. I love you, just the way you are, like a little morning star. I'm gonna catch you someday, and you'll never get away. 'Cause I'm all strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Someday you'll love me too, baby. I think 'cause I'm all strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. All strung out on you, baby. All strung out.
Marvelous record from the fall of 1966, perhaps their best. Nino Tempo and April Stevens here on the Forgotten 45's, all strung out, a top 30 hit at the time. Nino Tempo died earlier this month at the age of 90. Actually, his sister April had passed away 2 years ago this month at the age of 93. They had a bunch of hits back in the 1960s, the biggest one being Deep Purple. Whispering, I guess, would be the next biggest one. Some great records there. Actually, April Stevens started recording in the early 50s, and Nino was a session musician, played on a lot of the Phil Spector records. Very talented duo right there. Let's get on some records that were on the radio at WGAN when they were actually playing top 40 music back in the late 50s. Actually found an old chart from WGAN that appeared in the Teenage Express section of the Portland Saturday night paper, the Evening Express. There was two papers at that time in Portland. There was the Press Herald, and then in the afternoon you got the Evening Express. You got two newspapers a day at that time. And in the Evening Express on Saturdays had this kind of teenage section called Teenage Express, had a chart from WGAN and had the number 6 record. Let's see, number 1 actually, first of all, was Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I. Actually was